We're going to do a bunch of introductory training videos. That way you guys always have access to them in case you have questions about normal stuff that you would encounter throughout the day. Our first one will be van organization.
No.
So, after you've gotten into your van, you've done your DVIC, you've done all that kind of stuff, you've gotten to the bay, you've parked, you will have a little scan screen to scan your carts. Bring your carts out to your van, scan them accordingly. You will want to use these QR codes that you can notice on both the side and front of the carts. Once you've scanned them, you can continue on to the next page, and it will give you basically a list of all of your totes and all of your overflow from first to last. First to last meaning first stop to last stop.
Duh.
So because I can't access the Flex app, well, unless I'm on a route, I do have these nifty little sheets. They will show you all of your bags and all of your overflow.
It's beautiful.
Once again, organized from first to last, so top to bottom, that should be your route order for both bags and overflow. When it comes to your totes, in a perfect world, all of these should already be in order. If they're not, just check your sheets or check your list to make sure that they are and grab accordingly. Considering all of these are in order, you should be able to just load one after the other, just like Ty's doing.
A few moments later.
And when you get to stacking them, stack them just like that. This allows you the ability to grab totes as you need them, starting from the far right side and moving your way down. We want to mitigate as much digging as possible so that you're not wasting time trying to get to totes.
12 seconds later.
So, once you are done with your totes, they should look a little bit like that. This will allow you to grab the bag that you need without having to dig. Now, when you're in a van without shelves in it,
What did he say?
which we will get to later, that's going to be imperative because you'll be stacking on top of each other. And if you're stacking your first bag at the bottom, you got to pull that out. It's going to be a nightmare. Now that we come to our overflow, what I like to do is while I'm organizing, I will try to organize on the cart as I'm putting them away, all of the different codes. So all the 2.3Bs would be here, all the 8.3Bs would be here, so on and so forth, and just stack those up so it's easy to grab them as you need them. So Ty is going to show you real quick how we organize from last to first. If you look at your sheet or you look at the app, if you're going to go last to first, you'll want to start at the bottom and move your way up. Now on the Flex app, there's a handy little button at the very, very top left corner that says first to last. If you click on that, it will go to last to first, which is the way that I like to load them. Then I just go all the way down to my overflow, and then I start loading from the top and move my way down.
Are you sure about that?
So Ty will show you as we grab boxes, load them in. And you're going to be wanting to stack from the middle of the van and then stack your way back. Because if you're going last to first, that last package that we put on will be the first package we're grabbing at our first stop.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
So, with all of those loaded in, you should be good to go. Now, one thing that I always like to do is when I'm loading everything, and you can tell, always make sure that the driver aid stickers, get that out of the way.
I said get out of here.
Driver's aid stickers are facing outwards. That way, when you're opening the door, that's going to be the first thing that you see. You can kind of spot check accordingly and grab what you need quickly.
Ghosty Racer, go!
Sometimes you'll notice that some of the overflow will have missing driver aid numbers. They won't all have stickers on them. If that's the case, I would memorize the address, set that box aside. That way, when you come to it later, it should be easy to find. Now, as you can see, this is a very light load for overflow. When you're getting into the 30, 40, 50 box range,
Wait, what?
you're going to have this a lot tighter. So Ty's going to show you what we do in those situations when it comes to stacking.
One eternity later.
So as you can see, Ty is stacking everything. In most of the heavy boxes, we'll try to stay on the bottom, while light boxes stay on top. That way you're not crushing any product. And as you can tell, he is also not leaving himself a walkway. I know a lot of guys like to have a walkway in the middle of the van.
Stop it. Get some help.
But that is wasting space. So when you have 50 or so overflow, you're not going to have the room for that kind of stuff. So I would recommend getting really good at Tetris.
Go outside, nerd. Get out. Go.
And being able to stack accordingly as we move back. Keep in mind that same organization style of making sure you're loading last to first, coming back. That'll help you a lot. And just so you know, if you need to utilize the shelving, utilize it. Because it does help a lot when you can stack stuff on the shelf above it, as well as have stuff below it. Also know a lot of guys that will put all their heavy stuff on the bottom and their light stuff on top.
You very smart.
Just as long as it's in order somehow and it's organized, it shouldn't be a problem either way. Alrighty, so Ty's gonna show you how we would load this if we didn't have shelving. So if you have a budget van or you have one of the white Rams that doesn't have shelving in it, this is how we would normally load them. So we like to call this a 3-stack instead of a 2-stack. So instead of stacking 2 high, we're gonna stack 3 high. Now, the way that Ty likes to do the first part, because you won't have those walls up front, he likes to only stack 2 on the first line, because otherwise you're gonna have a third bag gonna topple over you while you're driving. You don't want that kind of stuff. So for that, the first one will be 2. The rest of them, we're gonna stack 3 high. Now, remember the same way we did it with the shelves, how you wanna have the first bag you're gonna grab on top and then work your way down. So just top, bottom, top, middle, bottom, top, middle, bottom, all the way down. Now just make sure that you're keeping the bag order correct all the way down. So from first to last, so that you're not ever having to dig. Because remember, we do not want to have to dig for any of these. Now you can kind of see how much room we are actually saving just by stacking them 3 high like that. You can see just how much room we have. So we have plenty of room for our overflow now. Not only that little hallway, but you also have all of this room in the back. Like I said, I usually do last to first, but whatever way works best for you. This is just the easiest for me because everything's on the back. I just open up those back doors and there it is.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Don't worry too much about making a walkway because you'll either be grabbing from the side door or you'll be grabbing from the back. You really don't need to have to walk through your entire van. So the only other thing is with the Rivian vans, the EDV vans, they usually have plenty of room. So most of the time you'll be able to get all your totes on one side, all of your overflow on the other. Just when doing that, make sure that they're as organized as possible, especially your overflow. I don't know how many people crash and burn because they're taking way too long at each stop trying to find that package. Our good rule of thumb is if you're taking more than 10 to 15 seconds to find a package, you're not organized enough.
It's science.
If you have any questions or you think you're not quite getting it right, come back to this video, check it out, make sure everything makes sense, and try again. That'll do it for the first video. If you guys have any other questions, please contact your dispatcher, ask them, or ask some of the veterans around. Not every single person's gonna do it the same way, and that is okay. This is just the way that I do it. I'm fast this way, it works for me. But if you find something that works more efficiently and allows you to be faster that isn't illegal,
You wanna go home, you wanna go to jail, huh?
or against company policy,
That is totally inappropriate.
do it that way. We just wanna make it as easy and efficient as possible.